Hello and welcome to
Podcast.
That's lame.
Podcast.
Okay.
It's a podcast. Everybody likes it. And everybody is podcasting.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
No, they're getting podcasted too.
Oh, okay. Well, the weather has been like super nice here, so I'm already in the mood for spring.
Oh yeah, I've been driving around in the old car. It's been the best. I forget how much I enjoy driving old cars.
Yeah.
And like I had to borrow your dad's truck, and I am not certified to operate that thing.
I know, he was like, you think he's going to be able to drive it? And I was like, maybe.
Oh my god. Well, like the rear view mirror is a TV.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And the screen's a TV. At least it doesn't have like the dial change gear.
Oh, it still has
thing. Yeah, it's still got the cool one.
Yeah, okay, good.
But yeah, like in the backup camera was kind of weird too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's like looks.
It's in
like,
the rear mirror too.
No, I don't think it is because whenever he had stuff in the, oh no, it's on the tailgate.
Oh.
Because and that's a problem. Ram, you got to get this together. Because whenever you because I was moving a couch, right? So we had the truck like tailgate all the way open.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you put it in reverse, like you're just looking at the ground, which is fine. You know, I'm not 10. I don't need a backup camera to reverse.
Yeah.
But you're going to run into something beep sensor is also in the tailgate.
Yeah.
So it screams bloody murder at you when you're trying to reverse with the tailgate down.
Oh, like worse than my car?
Oh, yeah. Well, because it assumes that a collision is imminent.
Oh, because it can't see.
Yeah, well, no, because it's looking at the ground.
Yeah.
So it thinks you're going to run into the ground.
It said, how did you get upside down?
Yeah, exactly. And it just freaks out, and it's super annoying.
I bet you there's a button to turn it off.
Probably,
if you can find
but
it.
There's too many goddamn buttons.
I know. I don't think I've been in that car.
It's really nice.
Yeah. He just got that, so I haven't been in it yet.
Yeah. And I don't know. He had I think he has like a pedal commander on it, which it's like a fly-by-wire thing that you can use.
Oh,
So, yeah, it makes it give.
What?
To me, they're kind of hokey. So, okay, what it does is whenever you give it a little bit of throttle, it opens the valve on the engine that like the throttle body.
Okay.
More than what you give it the gas to, so it kind of tricks you into like, oh my god, the car's faster. It's like, no, the car's the same speed. It's just giving you more throttle than what you're asking for, so it makes you think that it's faster.
Oh. Well, he has some app that controls it.
Yeah.
Because you guys were driving in it, and he was like, should I turn the speed down to only go to 20 miles per hour?
Oh, that would have been hilarious. He should have done that.
Well, you guys were just sitting at the house, so I was like, that's lame.
Oh.
Yeah. You guys were just I guess moving furniture at the time. So I was like, no, don't do that. That's lame.
Yeah. But no. Too fancy.
Yeah. Well.
And also huge. I haven't driven a car like that tall in a while.
Yeah.
Because, most of the time I'm driving like the Camaro or the Corvette where you're low.
Yeah.
And then I got up there. I was like, man. I can see around people. I see why everybody's in this battle to have the tallest car.
Yeah.
It's annoying. Everybody needs to knock it off. Just cool it.
Yeah.
Quit running up at each other.
Because Steven has a Corvette, and every time we're in it, we almost get hit. And so then I was thinking because Steven mentioned, he's like, I think it's because I'm so low to the ground. And I was driving around for the last few days, and I'm like, yeah, there's literally no car that's even smaller than mine. And mine's like a crossover SUV.
Dun, dun.
Yeah. I'm like, it's not even that big. So that's wild to me.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So everybody should drive Corvettes.
Yeah.
I know. Well, it's super annoying, too, because, the Corvette's my daily driver. If it was a project car or, something I only drove, on the weekends.
Yeah.
It'd be fine. But it's kind of annoying that I gotta, drive defensively.
Yeah.
Everywhere and, never be in anybody's blind spot or anything. Because everybody's 10 years old and can't figure out how to not use their phone and drive. Because their car just drives for them.
Yeah.
Bring back carburetors.
Well,
Bring
it's
back
actually
manual spark advance.
when the Tesla came out, I was thinking about this the other day. Like when the Tesla first came out, I had this thought. But then I had it again just recently because one of my clients was watching Wall-E. And so I was like, had this thought again that we are basically turning into Wall-E, like that movie, because we all just like drive these cars that drive for us, and then we're just like scrolling on our phones, and like the Teslas have like Netflix and shit on them, which I understand it's for like when you're charging your car and if you have to be like stuck somewhere, then you have like Netflix and video games and whatever. But I'm like, I saw this girl the other day, no hands on the wheels in her car. I think, yeah, she was driving a Tesla, no hands on the wheels. She was straight up looking down like this, scrolling. And I'm like, girl, you're not even paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
You have no idea what's going on in front of you.
Yeah. No, it's bad.
Yeah. Oh, that made me so scared. I was like, yikes.
Oh, yeah. Now imagine, like, whenever, like, I'm driving around in, like, the Model A or something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Driving around in that car is a lot like riding a motorcycle. Mm-hmm. In the fact that, well, number one, if you get in an accident, things really aren't going to end well for you. And, like, number two, like, you can't really react to stuff, like, quickly. Like, you can't stop as fast. You can't, like, dart around stuff very well. So, yeah, you got to be, like, on it. And, kind of like
you're
what
really
you're in a
not
motorcycle.
making the case that you want our kids to be in that car.
No, it's fine. It's just more like you pay more attention to other people and you realize how much everybody's goofing off all the time.
Yeah, you're like, so I'm the only one aware on the road?
Yeah, exactly. And it's not even like young people.
Yeah.
I think old people are even worse. Because like young people, like, they're used to having a cell phone. They can kind of like not focus entirely on the cell phone. These old jamokes that are all holding their phone two-handed, doing like this thing. I'm like, what are you doing, man?
No, it's so funny because my mom, like, she worked in Denver for a little bit, so she was, like, driving around up there, and she got a red light ticket. And, they take pictures of you, and she's going through a red light, and she has her phone like this in her face, and I'm like, Mom, you could have gotten a way worse ticket for having your phone in your hand like that.
I've been like, go to jail for 6 months.
I know, it's crazy. Well, yeah. I think that you're not wrong for being like having this like hatred for having your phone in your hand because of the car accident you were in. But I just think that a lot more people need to like see that consequence to be like as mad as you are.
Oh yeah,
about it.
Yeah, no, I think that like if you get pulled over for using your phone, they should just destroy it with a hammer.
Yeah, because people are like seriously just like so careless about it.
Oh yeah,
that sucks.
And we're not talking like, oh, I need to pull up a song on Spotify and like do that, or just like look at your phone and check a text message real quick. It's like the actively like scrolling Instagram and Facebook and stuff while you're driving.
Well, the thing is like. That's why I really like the Apple CarPlay and stuff, because it's all just like there on the screen, and it's so easy to just be like, Siri, play this song, instead of like going through all this stuff. But
yeah, I don't know. I was a hater on the Apple CarPlay for a little while, just because I'm old. And then when I was in Maine and I was like driving around like a whole bunch of places that like I'd never been before. And the rental car I had the CarPlay. Yeah. And it was so nice to just, like, pair it. It was super easy to use and, like, you could see on the map. And I was like, oh.
Well, that's why I fell in love with it, because the Jeep that we rented in Hawaii had it. Yeah. And I was like, all right, when I come home, like, this is a must in my vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah, so when it comes time to get, like, a sensible car, like the family hauler. Yeah. The Gen 1 Ford Raptor. The 6.2, people know. Yeah. I'm strongly considering putting in an aftermarket stereo that has CarPlay. Yeah. But we'll see. I could also be lazy and not do that.
Yeah. Maybe a gift.
Yeah. Or we could get sponsored by somebody and I could teach them how to install it.
You heard it here first. Yeah, sponsor us.
Please.
We want to be sponsored so bad. What are some other things we love? We love Holly.
Yeah, we love Holly.
Well, you love Holly.
Oh,
I do
know,
like their sunglasses and stuff.
Oh yeah, like their
Yeah.
Heat Waves crossover. Ooh, those things are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
We
We're on
love-
a Holly carburetor right now.
We
I
love
kinda wanna
Amazon.
do-
I'm naming things we love. Someone
love
sponsor us.
Amazon?
Yeah, I love Amazon.
Half of us love Amazon.
Yeah. Oh, you love Amazon too. You're always like, can you order this for me off the
Oh,
Jungle
yeah, because I don't
website?"
have the thing. Like, I'm not giving Jeff
Prime.
Bezos any.
Yeah.
He ain't getting $10 a month out of me.
I technically don't pay for it either.
Oh yeah, suck it, Jeff
Yeah.
Bezos.
I'm waiting for the
Probably
day
not gonna
that
get
my
an
mom
Amazon
kicks us
sponsorship.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be a bummer.
Then I'll just have to wait a couple days.
What?
I'll prefer to get my Amazon stuff.
Oh. I was like, wait a couple days and then you have Amazon Prime.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I'll just wait
I
like
was
a
like,
couple
what?
days. Actually, I don't know. They really screw you if you don't have Amazon Prime.
Yeah, they
Like
really
if you
do.
order something, because like I still have an Amazon account, I just don't pay for Prime. And like every once in a while, I'll order something on there that I don't need, like in an emergency. And it takes like 3 weeks, and then if you look, it's like, oh, if it's Prime, you can have it overnight. I'm like, listen, man, I
Yeah,
know
you're
you're
like,
purposefully dragging your feet,
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos. Him personally.
Yeah, him
I
personally.
hold him accountable for this.
Anyway.
For me, he noticed that I needed something, and then didn't give it to me because I didn't pay him extra money.
Okay. Anyway, we have to start the meat and potatoes of this episode. Potatoes. Which is, we're going to be talking about the Gabby Petito case. Well, not just, I want to clarify, like, we're not just talking about, like, cases. We're talking about, like, also how the documentary was made, what we thought about, like, whatever just came out.
Yeah, it's
That way
like
we're not just, like,
we're talking about
adding-
a show about a thing.
yeah, we're not just, like, adding to the plethora of things out there about her, and that there are, like, other important cases out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And other people are going to do a much better job than we could about
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
compiling all the evidence, going
Yeah.
through TikTok videos,
Yeah.
learning that he was a scumbag.
Yeah.
Really, that's a spoiler alert.
Yeah.
If a guy acts like a scumbag, like all the time, he's probably a scumbag.
Yeah. So we're specifically talking about the Netflix documentary that just came out that American Murder did. And we've watched some of their other stuff. They did the Murdoch case, which if you haven't seen that too, that one's crazy. Watch that.
Oh, yeah, that one's like mad crazy.
Yeah.
I like those guys.
Yeah.
The redheaded lawyers. Oh, dude. Okay.
Anyway,
I don't
we're
think that it's
talking-
great to kill people in your family. But they had a lot going on. I'm like, dang.
They had a lot of drama. I feel
Yeah.
bad for those police officers and attorneys and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, but in general, I think they do a really good job of telling the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen some documentaries on true crime cases, and I'm like, I'm so confused because they don't put it in like chronological order. And then you're like, what just happened? Why is this happening? What's going on? But I kind of liked how like the first episode was kind of like an overview of the case, and then they went in like chronological order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like the structure on it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. My one complaint, I don't know if this is just me being an old man and being creeped out by new stuff, but how they use like AI to like
Oh, do her
reconstruct like the
voice?
like letters and stuff
Yeah.
that they found. I was like, that seems a little weird.
I don't know. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because like it is her own words. Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't know, kind of uncanny valley.
It
for
is.
me.
It is. Yes, I agree. But I think, I mean, in general, I think I just kind of like liked it because again, like it was like that. You know how that one time we were talking about when you listen to a audiobook and it's in their voice. It was kind of like that. Like it made it more like real to me.
Yeah, but like wasn't her voice. It was like,
But it sounded pretty similar.
No. Okay, like it was like I think what it said is like they used AI.
They did.
Yeah, to do the voice.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
So like yes, it was her voice, but it wasn't
So
her.
her voice.
Saying
I know.
it. Yeah.
I know.
Okay. It's just I don't know. It's a little too science fiction for me and my old man with a carburetor driving around hating computer screens.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in general, I do really like their documentaries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, the Murdaugh one. I don't know. That one is like that was crazy because that one is a little more ambiguous than this one. This one's pretty like
straightforward.
Here's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's true. And now I think that's why that one was a little more confusing. But I still think they did a really good job, like gathering all the.
Yeah, because like if you haven't seen that one, like
had.
I guess we should do like one talking about that.
We should, yeah.
Because like there's like a lot going on.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Like this one, like it was a fairly straightforward narrative.
Yeah.
There wasn't like, oh, this happened, then this happened, then oh, maybe this happened, then this happens. It's like everybody pretty much knows how everything went down.
Yeah.
Which is sad, and I guess more sad that it could have been avoided.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, I don't know. The one thing I feel bad for is like whenever they got stopped in Moab, like everybody was giving like those cops the business.
Yeah. Well, because okay, so the documentary, like, okay, let's take it back a second, because some people probably don't know who Gabby Petito is, which if you don't, then I think you're living on a rock, under a rock.
Come on, man.
But, so basically in 2021, there was this like viral video of her going around. Well, okay, it went viral that she was missing, but I didn't realize she was missing until this video was like all over TikTok, Instagram, like Facebook. Like you could not leave social media without seeing this video of her on a cop's body cam being interviewed by a cop. And the story is that like her and her fiance got pulled over in Moab because he hit like a curb or something.
Well, no, he got called in because
he got called in because they were like in the town and someone had seen him slap her. Mm-hmm. And then it got called in, and then the cops were like following him, and he was speeding.
No, I guess
he was. He was going 45 and a 25, and then he
like hit a curb
or something. So then they pulled him over, and then she was bawling her eyes out, very distraught. They're like, hey, what's going on? Blah, blah. They get her out of the car, walk her away from him. And he's got like scratches and stuff all over his face. And she's got like a bruised eye and something on her arm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, so that like video went viral of her being like interviewed. And I think that's why her case got like so popular, is because of that video going like viral of the body cam. But in the documentary, what is talked about is that like what you see that you didn't see before on social media was the cops were like sitting there contemplating for a long time about like what they should do and who to keep safe, because they both had like
they were obviously fighting each other.
Yeah.
So they both had marks on each other.
Yeah, exactly. Like there was evidence that both of them were like engaging in aggression towards each other. Mm-hmm. So it was like, who started it? Like who's in the wrong? Like what do we do? That kind of thing. And the cop even says, like the woman cop, she's like, I would rather make a decision that I'm not going to regret later.
Yeah.
But so they separated them, told them to stay separated, don't text each other, don't blah, blah, blah. And Brian gave the van to Gabby, and then they took Brian to a hotel for people who are
fleeing domestic abuse.
Yeah, claiming domestic abuse. So it was like, they should have never sent her to the van. They should have sent her to a hotel.
Well, okay, it's easy to say that now.
I guess, yeah.
Because, like, okay, like, put yourself in their perspective. They don't know any of this stuff at this point in time. Like, they don't know these people.
Like, the story that she was admitting that she aggressed at him.
Yeah, exactly. And then the witness, because apparently they called the people who called it in back.
Uh-huh.
And it says that they saw her hitting him first.
Oh.
So, like, everything that they saw in, like, just this little snippet, like, yes, you know, whenever you see it all presented in a documentary, it's like, why would you do that? But,
yeah, plus he, like, on the body cam image, he straight up calls her, like, crazy. He's like, she was going crazy. Like, I didn't know what to do. So I told her, like, you can't get back in the van. You need to calm down, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So, like, he made it really out to seem like she was the aggressor.
Yeah.
Like, the main aggressor and always was or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And then she admits to it. So it's kind of like.
Yeah. And then the cop asks, she's, like, sitting in the cop car, and he's like, I see you have, like, markings on your eye and, like, something there. Like, what happened? And she's just like, And then he's, like, keeps pointing out, like, what happened? What, like, is that from him? Like, blah, blah. And she just goes, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that should have been a sign that, one, she was distraught as fuck and was, like, crying and didn't want to admit what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And is admitting her own fault. And then he's over there, like, laughing, making jokes, like, oh, she's crazy, like, blah, blah. She was acting a fool, blah, blah. And, like, making jokes. And I'm like, that's your sign number one. That is a girl who has been manipulated and traumatized by him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's tough because, like, I see how they handled it.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't think they did, like, a bad job.
Yeah.
Given what they had seen.
Yeah, I don't think they did a bad job, but I'm just like, so her family is now, like, big advocates about, like, when you show up to a domestic violence call, like, you're asking more questions, blah, blah, blah. And there's, like, this new law now, which I really like, because I think what we've done for so long in the past was just kind of ignore, like, other little simple signs, like Gabby was showing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it sucks. Like, yeah, maybe if things went down differently there, the whole thing would change. It's, you know, I mean, you could play that all day long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bummer.
Yeah. Well, your mom and I were just talking about the other night, because at the restaurant that we went to last night, they have, like, signs, and a lot of breweries do this now, where it's like there's signs in the women's bathroom that say, like, if you are a victim of domestic violence, or, like, you need to get out, or, like, blah blah blah, stay in the bathroom and call this number, or you can come. Some restaurants do it where, like, you can come to the counter and ask for Angel, and that's, like, a code that, like, you need help escaping, which I kind of like, because I'm like, I feel like there's not a lot of options.
Yeah.
For women.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, as you were telling that, I was thinking, I was like, I've never seen any of those signs. I was like, maybe I'm kind of oblivious, but, you know,
it's
I also
in the
don't
women's
hang
bathroom.
out in the women's bathroom all the time.
That's probably good. Yeah. I don't know. There was something else that made me sad, was one of her really good friends was talking about how, like, there's this facade on social media that, like, everything's hunky-dory and fine and happy, but behind closed doors there's, like, major problems between these couples on social media. And it just made me really sad, because I was like, we're trying to be that, but we're not. Like, we don't have, like, secrets.
Yeah.
But, like, what you see basically is, like, how we are all the time. I mean, like, it's normal to fight and whatever, but it just makes me sad that, like, there are people on social media that I really love, and that I love following them, and I think they're good, wholesome people, and I hope they're like that all the time.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are. I mean, yes, you're not exactly what you are on social media.
Yeah.
Because nobody's like, oh, I was such a jabroni. Let me post that on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, because you wouldn't want to, like, if I had you on video, like, doing something that paints you in a bad light, like, I wouldn't want to post that for you. Or
well,
like,
yeah. I'm
yeah,
not
like,
saying
you know,
that.
no,
But
no, no,
I'm
okay. Like, yeah, what I'm saying is like, you're only presented like a small window on social media.
yeah.
Like, it can be a very representative picture, or it can't be.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what people always like, even people who have the social media and they're like, you can't just judge what you saw. And like, really, you're only seeing like about 7 minutes of their life. You're
yeah?
not, huh?
I said, oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't, yeah. I just like, I hope that there's not as many cases as there are people on social media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would just make me like really sad. Mm-hmm. Because you look at like the 8 passengers family and like the Ruby Frank case, and you're like, yeah, she presented like they had the perfect family, but behind closed doors, it was like very devastating. You know, it just made me sad. I was like, I hope it's not really like that. But also, I look at like just couples in general. My friend and I were talking about this one time where like, you know, you not complain, but you like vent to your friends like, oh, Steven and I got in a fight because blah, 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 you know, whatever. And she's read some article that was like, every one thing your friend tells you, there's like 7 other things that they won't share with you that are like not good. And so it's kind of like, I don't know, just like sad facts that like a lot of people I think struggle with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But I think the biggest problem is like how emotionally manipulative like that guy was.
Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was the one girl, the friend, the blonde one. I don't know. I can't remember her name.
I can't remember her name either,
Yeah,
but she was like,
yeah, she was like good, like best friends with the Gabby girl.
They met like on Bumble or whatever.
Yeah, and she was kind of like calling him out on like all of his jabroniness.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
and I mean, also, I guess that's the other thing. Like, if you think you're in like a situation too, like, talk to your friends. Like, they can kind of give you a fresh perspective.
Yeah, but I think that's really hard. Like, coming from a place where like I was in a situation like that, it was really hard for me to talk bad about him to my friends because they already had like a negative view on him.
Oh,
and so I just didn't want to like add to it.
Yeah.
Like, I literally just wanted to be happy. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I think that's hard to tell people to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm obviously not an expert, so don't listen to me. I'm just a jabroni.
Yeah. It made me really sad too, like watching that, because with my ex that like I had the same issues with, like we had that exact same dream. Like we were like, we should go out into the world and like get a van and do like vlogging and stuff. So it's like, I don't know. That was like, it was hard to watch that. And I'm so thankful that I never did that, because I could be a Gabby. But I also think that, I don't know what I was going to say.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why was that was like a, I don't know, like around the time frame that she was doing that, why was it so popular to the van life thing?
I feel like it's died down. I feel like it's died down, but I think because of COVID.
Yeah, but yeah, it was crazy. Like everybody was like, I'm gonna buy this van and trick it out and put an air mattress in. I'm gonna live there and poop in a bucket. I think that was
really popular like 2018, 2019, and then it just got even more popular.
Yeah, in COVID, whenever everything was shut down and kind of like living off the grid and that whole ordeal.
Yep. Yeah. I never realized too that she only posted one video.
Yeah, the way that like, you know, consuming it as it happened, they made it sound like she was like a big personality.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Not like just starting out. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, because I was the same way. I was like, oh, she's like some really popular TikTok influencer gal, not
YouTube
like
girl,
just starting out.
Yeah, that was wild. I didn't realize that. Mm-hmm. Well, so we have some information. I have some like stats and whatnot. So in 2023, the United States recorded a total of 563,389 missing person cases. Of these, 50% were females. And then breaking it down even further, 50% were white, including Hispanic, and 40% were minorities. And at the end of the documentary, they kind of talk about how, like, they say that the case got popular because she was a white woman, a young white girl, which I can see, and I don't want to, like, not give light or shine light on, like, any of the other cases. But I think it was just, like, body cam footage, too, that spread so fast like wildfire. And I think that's why her case got so much attention.
Yeah, and it was kind of unique in the fact that, like, Brian went home.
Yeah.
And, like, everybody knew that. So it's like...
And, like, he already had a lawyer when he got home.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like whoa,
it was very,
weird.
like, yeah. And that's, like, not normal, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I'm, nah, it's okay. We can do the stats. We don't need to get into a tangent.
Oh.
Because I was going to be like, what a weirdo. Like, the way that he was, like, covering his tracks and stuff after he killed her, and, like, his whole, I had to put her out of her misery thing.
Yeah.
I was like,
that
son.
was weird. I didn't know all that stuff.
Yeah,
before
right.
I watched the documentary.
Because, okay, like, all right, let's think about this as a logical person. Like, if you and I were out on a hike somewhere, you fall, you mess up your ankle or anything.
Yeah.
And you're like, I just want you to put you out of my misery. Like, I'm not going to strangle you.
Yeah, you're not going to strangle me.
Yeah, because it's not like they were, like, way out in the middle of nowhere either.
Yeah. Yeah, like, they were like, at a campground.
Yeah.
And, like, so when they were looking for Gabby, it had spread on YouTube, like, if you have footage, other YouTubers, if you have footage of their van, share it with police. And there was a couple who came forward and they were like, oh shit, like, we were in the same area, same day. We have their van. And it's like, you can see it. Like, they don't drive very far into the campground before they see Gabby's car.
Yeah.
Like, the van. So it's like, yeah, they were not very far at all from help if she had... Because apparently in his letter he says, like, she drowned or whatever.
Yeah, like, she fell, like, hurt herself, and something happened.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like, if she could talk enough to be like, put me out of my misery, like, she's probably in a position where she could be saved.
Yeah.
Like, and especially, like, because I don't think they were ever out of cell phone service, like, that whole time either.
No, they weren't, because he was sending text from his phone to her phone and then responding as her.
Yeah. So
and, like, sending text to her, like, parents and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were never, like, out of cell service either.
Yeah. And his whole, I don't know. And then, like, whenever he was going back and, like, transferring money from her account into his.
Yeah, dude.
Like, like, trying to make it seem like they broke up. But then, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's not a very good criminal.
No, he's not, because he said, he always apparently told her, like, if you want to take the van, that's fine. You just pay me for it, which... Weird, because the van was in her name, so I don't know why she had to pay him for it. But basically, he, like, used her phone to make a transfer of $700 to his bank account through Zelle, and he left, like, a message that said, like,
I'll never ask you for anything again, or
something like that. But then has the van at his parents' house, so I'm like, this wasn't the cell of the van.
Yeah.
Don't even try to pretend. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It was so weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. And I don't know, like, all the messages that he sent, he was just a schmuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like.
So the moral of, like, why we're telling this is, like, yes, the case had some, like, really weird things to it. And I think that's why it gained such popularity. Mm-hmm. And yes, there are 40% of the missing people are minorities, and it is super important. And yes, I do think that they don't get enough limelight or support helping those cases. So I found some places that you can donate to, go search with them, like whatever you can, any resources you can. So I'll post those in the video, but some of them are Black and Missing Foundation Incorporation. And they focus on bringing awareness to missing persons of color and providing support to their families. You can donate, you can volunteer for search efforts, and share missing person alerts. And I'll post like the website in the show notes, or if you're watching on YouTube, then I'll post a link in those show notes. National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, which this one is really close to my heart because I work with children. So I just like, yeah, that one just, I don't want to cry right now. But what you can do is like help locate missing children and support families, including preventing child exploitation. So like talking to children, talking to their families, that kind of thing. Monetary donations, volunteering, and reporting sightings. I'll post their link. The DOE network, so the DOE, as in like when they have a missing doe and they don't know her name, works to connect missing person cases with unidentified remains. So that one's super important too. You can help by researching cases, volunteering as investigators, which, dude, that sounds dope. I should do that.
Yeah.
Spreading awareness. Name Us, which if you have ever done like a 23andMe, it's super cool. You can fill out a form and have Name Us have access to your information. And that's how they've been solving a lot of cases recently. So that's how they solved like the Golden State Killer, is because they found like a connection by like a familial match, I think.
Something.
Yeah.
I don't remember enough about it.
Yeah.
I remember they called that guy the Ear.
Yep.
Which is completely unrelated to this conversation, but I think it's funny.
Yeah. But Name Us as in Name Us. So National Missing and an Unidentified Person System is that one. And what you can do for that one is, this is a government-supported database for missing an unidentified person. So you can register your DNA to them. You can submit tips and like spread awareness. So I'll link there. So that was just like some of the ones that were super popular and like big ones that you can support.
Yeah. Then also, I guess, the Gabby Petito Foundation, too. We might as well shout that one out.
Yeah, that's true. They have a foundation now.
Yeah.
That her mom and stepdad started. And
yeah, that's like, I think that one's more geared towards advocating for domestic abuse victims.
Yeah. And specifically, like we had mentioned earlier, they started, like, they helped fund, like, a new law. Mm-hmm. So when you report domestic abuse and, like, cops come to your house, there's, like, a series of questions that they now ask.
Yeah. So
that they can support in making an appropriate decision for your case. Whether that be like separating you, whatever. Okay, so then another statistic I had was domestic violence remains a critical issue, resulting in the deaths of numerous women each year. In the United States, data from 2021 indicates that approximately 4,970 women were victims of murder and non-negligent manslaughter, with 34% of these homicides committed by intimate partners. This translates to nearly 1,690 women killed by intimate partners that year. That's just like so many.
Yeah.
That's absurd to me.
I know. Well, and it's crazy because like that's kind of what was going on like a couple blocks away from us.
Yeah. Yep. They've had like several calls to their house.
Oh, I was talking about something else, but unrelated. But yeah, like I guess it's scary how prevalent it is.
Yeah, it is.
And that's.
Well, and the documentary posted that like it was something like.
It's like 50% of women.
50% of women have like encountered.
Yeah.
Domestic violence, which is also absurd to me. 'Cause
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like, so if you're in a friend group, nearly half the women in your friend group have been through that situation, which is just crazy to me because I feel like every one of my friends has been like, yeah, that man was crazy. I left him so fast, like, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, here are the, like, red flags.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's, like, crazy.
Yeah.
And also sad. Anyways, globally, this situation is equally alarming. A 2024 report by UN Women average more than 5 women or girls were killed every hour by an intimate partner or family member, totaling approximately 45,000 victims annually.
Yeah. Also crazy.
Yeah. That's just like, what the fuck are we doing?
I don't know. Yeah, things are strange.
Yeah. This is like a conspiracy theory that my grandma believed in at one point. I don't know if she still believes in it, but it was like something like what was it? Like, there are certain types of aliens in our bodies, and she can
Wait,
see
the aliens are in the bodies?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like, we're basically like controlled by aliens.
Ooh,
And then
I like this one. I'm a big fan.
aliens just like put like humans on themselves to like cover up that they're aliens, and that she can like see that she's crazy. Okay, guys, but she can see like green aliens are fine, normal, whatever, they're okay. If you see a gray alien, they're evil. And I'm like,
Wait, you can see these aliens in the people suits?
she can, yeah.
She can.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
is she doing okay? We need to like call.
we don't talk to her very often for this reason. But
I think we should talk to her more. This seems like, hey, you know.
she also fought cancer more than 3 times.
Yeah, dang, good for her.
Yeah, so she's been through a lot of chemotherapy, smokes a bunch of pot all the time.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like one of those probably has more to do with
Yeah.
the conspiracy of aliens driving people than the other.
Yeah, well, she also
I'll
like
let you decide which one.
she also like spends most of her time on Facebook.
Oh yeah,
And
she's
Facebook is just
down
like-
the weird Facebook
Yeah.
holes.
Facebook is just like, if you want weird like facts and like lies,
Yeah, and like
go to
clickbaity
Facebook.
stuff that takes you
Yeah.
onto some weird website.
Yeah, then go to Facebook.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to my story is gray aliens are like bad humans, and I'm like, I just look around and I'm like, I just like laugh to myself because I'm like, that person's a gray alien. Like, there's so many gray aliens out there
Yeah.
committing murder and domestic
Yeah.
violence. Yeah.
I don't think you're a gray alien.
Thank you. Anyway, what was I gonna say too? Shoot, I lost it.
I don't know. I don't know if I saw this somewhere, but like kind of related to the conspiracy thing. I think at some point, like whenever all of this was like still new, there was like a conspiracy that like Gabby and Brian like stumbled onto some government secret and they had both of them killed off.
What?
Like the whole thing was staged.
The whole thing was staged.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
I
did
know,
see,
like, I'm like, I don't know if we should bring that up
Yeah.
because, you know, we've been kind of serious.
I did see something that was like, isn't it interesting that like Gabby or that Brian's body was like found near Gabby's and blah blah, and I'm like, they were found in like across
Yeah,
the
one was in
world
Wyoming,
from
one
each
was
other.
in Florida.
Yeah,
I mean,
were
they're
like
close to each other in like the scale of the solar system. Like, you know, oh my God, they were on the same planet. They were only
both
thousands of
found
miles
in, like,
away.
in nature,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Yeah, but he
It
was just bones, which he deserved.
It was just weird. Also, I think her family has done like some really awesome things, but I did think this was weird. They went back to where her body was found and like spread some of her ashes. And I'm telling you right now, if I'm found murdered, don't spread my ashes where I was found murdered.
Yeah, I get that it was like really
it's
beautiful
really pretty
and
there, and like she loved nature, and I'm like, but pick a different spot.
Yeah, right. I'm like, hey, listen, let's go a couple blocks over. Like,
yeah,
ooh.
yeah.
Yeah,
I did find that a little weird.
Yeah.
I hope they didn't spread like all her ashes there.
Yeah, it didn't sound like they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of it's a little odd.
Yeah.
And nothing against them.
No
like,
judgment.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever decision they made, I'm like, okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah. And
I'm just saying, if I'm found murdered somewhere, babe, please don't spread my ashes there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I can handle that.
Okay, good.
But yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, like the important thing is like they seem to get some sort of peace from that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So it helped them.
Yep.
So
that's true. And they said that like a lot of them said they felt her like presence there, which is sweet, and so I guess she supported them in their decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
So good on you.
Anyway, anything by American Murder I have enjoyed so far.
Yeah.
Because I also watched another documentary that wasn't the Murdochs.
Done? I thought they only did the 2.
No, they've done like quite a few.
More murder shows than I do.
A lot of their stuff is on Fox, the Fox app.
Oh,
which is kind of interesting.
It was a Netflix
but
thing. I don't know.
No, a lot of their stuff is on the Fox app, which is interesting. Also, their app is effing expensive, so do it for the free trial, binge their stuff, and then delete it.
Get a new email.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so I'll link all the like places you can support and things like that in case you want to like donate your time or monetary value, whatever. I'm sure is very appreciated. Hermione, I'm trying to close out the podcast.
Not a good look. We're trying to advocate things. You can't object to that.
Yeah. Hey, lay down.
What do you want to advocate, Hermione?
Domestic violence, probably. Hey, lay down. Thank you.
Well, now she's embarrassed.
I know. Anyway, so I'll link all those things. I'm sure anything you can do would be supportive. We'll be looking into them too. I think we should donate at least to something, especially because if we're going to talk about it, then we should.
Yeah, exactly. If we're spreading
helpful.
awareness,
yeah,
we're not going to be, hey, you guys should really do this thing. I'm not going to, but you should.
Yeah. We'll update you to like where we actually donate so that we're not just like saying that.
Yeah. We'll donate it in Hermione's name because she apparently wants to be involved.
Because apparently she's protesting.
Oh,
yeah. Anyways, we really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Toodles. Are we off the air?
Yeah.
I don't know what to make for dinner.